Good morning, everybody. Red Sox collector Dan McGraw here, making a video for the first time in a long time. I have taken a little bit of a break from YouTube, not because of burnout or anything, just because I've been busy with a lot of other side projects. I mentioned in previous videos, and I actually started up a new YouTube channel for my Sport Lots business that has been doing well. I won't say very well, but well. I mean, I processed 100. Last month was my slowest full month so far, and I still processed like 105 orders. So I'm still getting plenty of business on that site. It's just been really hard to keep up with it because I've been basically, my purchasing has gone from all Red Sox to buying blaster boxes and ripping and buying lots on eBay and then basically listing them on Sport Lots and then flipping the cards. So it's been very, very busy. It's very, very time consuming to do what I'm doing, and I love it though. And you know, I'm bringing in money, and I'm just basically putting it in a bank account. Now, my other little side hustle that I've started is I've been watching a lot of reselling videos in general, not cards, but resellers who go to thrift stores and garage sales and buy things and resell them. And I just watch those videos when I'm in my downtime at night, and I've just been hooked on those lately. So I apologize. I haven't been watching a lot of my fellow YouTube card collector videos lately. Because I got totally sidetracked, and I guess when I explain a couple of the things that I've picked up, you'll understand why. I picked up a thrift store item for $6 that I flipped for $90. I bought a lot in the marketplace of over 450 CDs, probably about a third of which were still sealed, for $90, and I've already sold over $550 worth of DVDs. I think I said CDs, but I meant DVDs. And I still have and that's only probably 60 to 70 total DVDs that I've sold. So I still have a ton left, and I'm already made right around 6 times what I paid for them. I just bought a lot of CDs the other day, about 400 CDs, and I paid about 18 cents a piece for them. And I'm in the process of getting those listed now, and I've been selling like crazy. I've been selling more card stuff on eBay as well. And just it's kind of addicting. I've been going to the thrift store every week and picking things up and reselling, and I've done well and building up a little bit of an inventory of things to resell. So I've been doing that as a side hustle. In no way, shape, or form am I ever going to be able to do something like that full time. I'm doing it as a side hustle and just saving money. Because my other challenge coming up in 3 weeks from tomorrow, I'm getting my left knee replaced. So I'm going to be out of work for about a month probably. I should be able to go back hopefully around that time, because my job, as it's supposed to be, is as a supervisor, and there's limited physical activity with that. Despite the fact that I do physical work there for hours every day right now, I'm not going to be able to do that when I go back, and I've made that very clear to my boss. So if he wants me back for the holiday rush, he's going to need to, tie me to my chair, because it's going to be hard for me not to do that. So I got a lot going on. It's been busy, but I do have I got a lot of publications that I picked up about. God, I've had them for almost a month now. They're still in the box, so I'm just going to run through these real quick. I do have a bunch of new cards, buying blasters and lots. I've been separating all the Red Sox cards that I don't have. I just haven't had a chance to put them in my spreadsheet and put them in binders and everything yet. So I probably got up close to 100 new Red Sox cards in the other room, and I did pick up a couple of other, I think I had a Beckett Marketplace order and some Sport Lots orders as well. So I probably have about 250 Red Sox cards that I still have to catalog at this point. So I'm still doing it. I'm just not specifically just doing Red Sox right now with buying. I've been doing way more selling, and I'm enjoying it, but it's extremely time consuming, and I have to do some rearranging down here to make it more efficient, because what you can't see behind me is all the boxes that I have on the floor right now. I have boxes out in the other room. You'd never know this was my Red Sox collection anymore, because I've got boxes covering all the cases. I've got stuff all over the floor. It's a mess, and I'm trying to find a more efficient way to pull orders, because it's I have a 128 card order on Sport Lots right now that I got on the 1st that I have to pull. And it's very time consuming when there's stuff all over the place. So I need to get myself organized, which means I'm going to need to sacrifice some of the space that I have for my Red Sox stuff. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. And I have to be careful too moving things, because that's another thing. I threw out my back a couple weeks ago at work. I was out of work for a couple days. I have a herniated disc and I aggravated it badly. I had to go to the emergency room, got a shot, got some, the good stuff to help it get better, and it's better now. I still have a little bit of spasming here and there, but I just have to be careful moving heavy stuff, and unfortunately that's what I got to do to make this work. So enough about that. Let me just get to the Red Sox stuff. It's all in a box still, so apologize if my head keeps ducking down. I'm just going to go through the items one by one. Nothing fantastic here, just assorted publications that I did not have. These are all from the same seller. This is a 1987 baseball report, Statistics Baseball America report with the Rocket, Roger Clemens on the cover. In nice shape, complete. And we just grab a stack here. They're kind of wedged in the box here. These are just some Red Sox magazines. We have the 1998 6th edition with Pedro. We have a Sports Illustrated for Kids with Big Papi. Boston Baseball, October of 2004. I may already have this one, but I'll double check. And then we have August 2004. With Curt Schilling on the cover. I'm going to have to dump these because they are very, very wedged in there. Sorry about this. All right, and then we have Boston Baseball, May of 2004. With, like, the Brady Bunch themed cover. However, it is, let's see, interesting because it has Pedro on the top and Greg Maddux on the bottom, and talking about how Pedro may need to reinvent himself if he wants to prolong. And as we know, Pedro didn't do a whole lot after 2004. Then we have a couple of the Improper Bostonians. I like these magazines. Kevin Youkilis. And we have Johnny Lester. And Adrian Gonzalez. I have most of these now. This one is a kid's book, At the Plate with Mo Vaughn. Apparently these are like kids-style stories. And a bonus 2-for-1 Blockbuster rental card. That will go right in the trash. And then it looks like we maybe have another one of those books. No, we have a baseball startling stories behind the records with Roger Clemens on the cover. And then we have Pedro Martinez, Throwing Strikes. This one, another one that appears to be geared more towards kids. And then we have the 1989 Topps Surf baseball cards. I have been looking for this for a long time. I only paid $1 for it. Most of these were all $1. And this is one that's eluded me for a while. I've seen them, but people asking $7, $8, $10 a piece. I wasn't going to pay that, so I was able to finally get one. And then we have this Boston Red Sox. This reminds me of a program that I have against the Blue Jays, but it's not a program. It's just a paperback book, and it just has some of stories about the Red Sox through the years in there. So a very cool book. So that was a nice lot that I picked up. There's roughly 15 items there. And they were all $1 a piece, and he gave me a great deal on combined shipping. Second time I purchased from that seller, I believe his name is Patriot Train. He also sells a lot of New England Patriots stuff as well. So that's basically what I've picked up. I have not been buying Red Sox stuff. It just hasn't. I've looked every once in a while, but I've got so much stuff. I'm just deciding I'm not necessarily trying to back off. I'm focused on other things right now that are actually making me money as opposed to me spending money. So my wife's very happy about that. She was very, very skeptical when I first started going to Goodwill and picking up odds and ends and starting to look for these things. But now that she sees what I'm turning them into, she's a little bit more supportive, because we don't have a lot of Goodwill stores around here. I go in neighboring town, and then I've gone to 3 other ones, and I pick up almost every week when I go. I pick up a few things, and I've flipped probably about 25% of what I've picked up so far. And I'm not talking like I have 100 items in the garage. I probably have 25 items. not including the CDs and DVDs. And then I also picked up on the marketplace a huge lot of roughly 100 pieces of instructional books and CDs for musical instruments. I think those will probably do really well as we get into Q4 here, as Christmas is rolling up very quickly, 2.5 months roughly. I have a ton of those that I got, an entire box for 50 cents a unit, and the cover prices on them, they're all brand new. Most of them have an instructional DVD or CD in them, and I paid 50 cents a piece for them. They all have cover prices of anywhere from $9.99 to $29.99. So it's going to be, you have to find the right person for those types of things, but I have no doubt I will make money on those within the first few that I sell. So very happy about that. So that's what I've been doing. It's nice to be doing a video again, and hopefully I'll get back to watching some more collector videos. I've been very slack about that, but I've been trying to learn a new trade, and the videos that I watch for the flippers, they're very full disclosure. They show you them thrifting and what they pick up, and then they show what they sell it for or what comps are. So they're very informative to tell you like what things to look for. That first item that I mentioned that I bought for $6 and sold for $90 was a Black & Decker under the counter can opener, one of those Space Saver ones that they came out with like in probably the 90s. And I was watching a video, and he said, if you ever come across anything like these, buy them because they are valuable. And first time I went into Goodwill, I found one on the shelf in the original box. The box was open. I looked in it. It was completely sealed still. The zip ties were still on it. The manual was still in the bag, and it had never been taken out of the box. And that's what I sold for $90. If I wasn't watching these videos, I would have never, ever known that. I would probably have just not even looked at it, to be honest with you. And that's what I've been learning from this. So it's a nice little side gig. It is time consuming. I spend a lot of time on it, but I have equipped myself to make my shipping processes a lot easier. I bought what it's called a Rollo printer. It's a label printer that doesn't use ink because I was printing all my labels on my computer, and I went through my first ink batch in about a week and a half. So I said enough of that. I invested the $100 in a Rollo printer. The thing is awesome. You can print any label on it. I use Stamps.com. I ship through eBay. I've learned about a couple of other shipping services for heavier items and bigger items that are a lot cheaper than the Postal Service. So don't tell my bosses I said that, but that's all right. But yeah, it's just been a lot of fun. So I'm going to cut this off because we're pushing 13 minutes now. But it's great to be back. Hopefully I'll get back to a more regular schedule of doing videos. And I think I am going to actually start another YouTube channel for my flipping business as well, because that community is a lot like the sports card community. They're very helpful to people, and they're very supportive of people. So watch for that. A few of you have subscribed to my other channel, which I haven't done any videos on. I haven't done any videos at all. So I haven't had time, and the moment hasn't struck me, but it's a kind of a rainy Sunday morning here in Maine, and I figured I'd do a quick video. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your continued support, and hopefully I'll get some people viewing this and saying, hey, welcome back, Dan. So thanks a lot, everybody. Take care.